to this week's equipment class. For today's class, you're just going to need a mat, a headrest, a circle or cushion, a looped band, 2 light weights, and then a foam roller. So let's get started off with the warm-up. So starting off on your hands and knees directly under your hips, hands directly under your shoulders. Starting off by dropping the ribcage down, arching the back and looking up in front. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Dropping the ribcage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Again, dropping the ribcage down, arching the back and looking up. And last time, rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Then coming to a neutral flat back position, straighten out the right leg behind and the left arm in front. Keeping the back nice and flat, start to make small circles with the arm and leg, making sure not to arch the back. And lower down, left leg, right arm, and then small circles with the arm and leg. And lower down. Shift all the way over to the left side, straighten out the right leg and the right arm. Once your hips are parallel to the mat, small circles. Good, keep the neck nice and long, so keep looking down towards your left hand. And then lower down. Shift all the way over to the right side and then straighten out the left leg and the left arm. Focus on getting your hips parallel first. So make sure your hip isn't popping up like this. It should be facing the mat. And once you have your balance, then small circles. And lower down. Then we'll dig the toes in. If you want to make it harder, grab your roller and place it just under your shoulders. If you don't have this, or if you want to make it easier, just bring your hands down. This can be a little bit hard on the wrists, so just keep that in mind if you get sore wrists. So dig the toes underneath, pinch the shoulders back, lift the knees up, and then we'll hold this for 10 seconds. If this is painful on the wrist, just shift your weight back a little bit. Sometimes if you lean right over them, they tend to hyperextend, so it can be a little bit painful sometimes. Good, 5 more seconds. For 3, 2, and 1, lower down. Dig the toes in, pinch the shoulders back, lift the knees up. Then we'll lift up the right hand and the left hand. Right, left, right, left, right, left. One more on the right, one more on the left, and lower down. Pinch shoulders back, lift the knees up, lift up the right foot and the left foot. Right foot, left, right, left, right, left. One more on the right, one more on the left, and lower down. Bring the knees apart nice and wide, sit back onto the heels, then leaning down to stretch out the mid-back and the shoulders. Then we'll lift the hips up a bit, and then we'll sit back again onto the roller, stretching out more of the shoulders and the lats, the muscles down the side of the rib cage. And then we'll put the roller to the side and we'll come onto our back. And we'll start off with a few toe taps just to warm up. So we'll imprint the spine, bring the legs up into tabletop, keeping the spine imprinted. Tap the right foot down and then the left. So nice soft taps here. Controlling the whole way as you tap down. Making sure the spine is imprinted. Gradually tapping a bit further away. Keeping the opposite leg completely still as you tap down. For 3, 2, and 1. Rest the legs down. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, squeeze the legs together. Tap both feet down and back together. Back down to the mat and coming back into tabletop. Gradually tapping a little bit further away. You can keep your hands here just to make sure that your back isn't lifting. If your back is lifting, just tap about halfway and come back up. So it's okay if you don't tap the full way down. Good, 2 more, and last one. And then we'll bring the feet and knees about fist width apart, and then we'll warm up with a few glute bridges. So imprint, lifting the hips up, squeezing the glutes nice and tight, controlling as you lower down. Imprint and lift, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower. Good. Making sure you get full hip extension, so don't just stop here. Make sure you get all the way up so you really activate those glutes. Good. Last one, we're going to hold the hips up, bring the right leg into tabletop and lower, and then the left leg. So make sure the hips don't drop as you bring the leg up. Don't let them fall down like this. So really keep them up. Keep squeezing the glutes. So as you lift the right leg, you should feel it in the left glutes, and as you lift the left leg, you should feel it in the right glutes, because you're stabilizing through that opposite leg. Good, now we're going to lift the right leg to tabletop, lift that left arm up. We're going to hold this, keep squeezing the glutes on the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch, right arm up. Good, really push up through that right heel for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. And then we'll grab your roller or your ball, and we'll grab your circle or your cushion. And then we'll bring it just above the knees. Squeeze nice and tight, arms down by your side. Imprint, lift the hips up, and lower down. Imprint and lift. And lower, imprint and lift, and lower. Keep squeezing the circle nice and tight, and lower, lift, and lower. Keep squeezing the circle, squeeze the glutes at the top. Good. Imprint and lift, and lower. Good, 2 more. Last one, and lower. Then elbows on the mat, hands on the rib cage. Keep that circle squeezed. Imprint and lift, and lower down. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Good. Keeping that circle squeezed. We have 2 more. Keep the hips up nice and high. Bring the knees apart together, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Cross the arms across the chest. Shoulders are relaxed. Imprint, lifting up, and lower down. Imprint and lift, and lower. If this is too hard, you can always bring the elbows down. Remember, there's always a way to make things easier or harder. Good. Imprint and lift, and lower. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Keep the hips up nice and high. Bring the right knee out to the side. Left knee. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left, and lower down. Then we'll put the roller out of the way. Keep the circle for the next few. Imprint the spine, legs in the tabletop, circle just above the knees. Shoulders are relaxed. Squeeze the circle nice and tight and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Good. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the circle squeezed. Slowly relax. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. 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 Good. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. Last one. Then 10 quick squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab the circle, rest the feet down. Give the legs a quick rest. And then we'll imprint the spine. Circle just above the knees. Squeeze the circle nice and tight. Straighten up that right leg. Keep the left leg as still as possible. Right leg out to the side and back together. If you want to make it harder, you can lift the hips up for this one. Otherwise, keep the hips down and focus on keeping that left leg still. Good. We have 5 more. Make sure the hips don't lift. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the right leg. Squeeze the circle, straighten up the left leg out to the side and back together. Out to the side together. Nice and controlled. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the left leg, grab the circle. Just a few more here with the circle. Imprint the spine. Legs to tabletop, circle between the ankles. Keeping the spine imprinted. Legs in tabletop, squeeze the circle and relax. And squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Keeping the spine imprinted. Legs in tabletop. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs up, squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Shoulders are relaxed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the circle squeezed. Lower the legs down and lift back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep the circle squeezed. Lower and lift. Good. 3 more. 2, 1. Hold the legs down. Squeeze and relax. If you want to make it harder, chin to the chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Grab the circle. Circle to the side, and then we'll grab the band. So bring the band just up to above the knees. And then we'll bring the feet together to start off. Bring the knees apart nice and wide and back together. Apart and together. Keep the spine imprinted. Apart, together, apart, together. Shoulders are relaxed. Good. 8, 9, 10. Back together. Right leg out to the side. Back in, left leg. Keep the hips nice and still. Make sure you're not rolling to the side. Good. 2 more on each leg. Last one on each leg. Good. And then we'll grab the roller again. Bring the feet just onto the roller. Arms down by your side. Keeping tension in the band. Imprint and lift. And lower. Imprint and lift. And lower. Lifting up. And lower. Lift. And lower. Good. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Keep the hips up, and then we'll bring the right leg out to the side and the left leg, alternating each side. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Last one on the right, last one on the left, and lower down. Elbows on the mat, hands on the rib cage. Imprint, lifting up, and lower. Imprint and lift, squeezing the glutes at the top, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. 5 more. Make sure you have the imprint before you lift. 4. Keep resistance in the band. 3, 2, and last one. And then for the next one, you can either cross your arms, or if you want to make it even harder, grab a light weight in each hand and hold the arms just above your shoulders so that they're in a straight line. So you shouldn't be reaching forward or backward. Just a nice straight line from the wrist all the way down to the shoulder. Keeping tension, imprint and lift, and lower down. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades back as you lift up, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower, lift, and lower, lift, and lower. Good. 7, 8, 9. Last one. Keep the hips up. Right arm out to the side, back to the center, left arm out to the side. Alternating each side into a little chest fly here. Just working the pecs a little bit more. Good. 2 more on each side. And last one. Good. And rest the legs down. Put the weights to the side. We'll put the roller out of the way. Then we'll imprint the spine. Bring the legs to tabletop. Pull the legs apart nice and wide. And back together. Apart, together, apart, together. Shoulders are relaxed. Spine's imprinted. Apart, together, apart, together. 2 more. Last one. And then we'll bring the band down around the ankles. Pull the legs apart and back together. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Apart, together, apart, together. Good. 1 more. And straighten the legs up. Bring the legs apart and back together. Keeping a lot of tension as you pull apart and then controlling as you come back together. 3, 2, 1, and then lower the legs and lift back up. Keep the spine imprinted. Chin tucked in, lower and lift. Lower and lift. The further you lower, the harder it is. Good. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Bend the knees. We'll do 2 exercises for the hip flexor, so we'll straighten the legs out on the mat. Band is around the ankles. Imprint the spine as best you can. Lift the right leg up and lower, and the right leg and lower down. Try to keep the hips from lifting. Just working on the hip flexor muscles here in front. Good. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll do 10 on the left. Tensing those left quad muscles in front as well as you lift. And you might not have a full imprint here. It's okay if you have a little bit of a gap. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we'll bring the band around the feet. Bit of tension around the midfoot, and then we'll drive the right knee up towards the hip and control as you lower down. Right leg up and lower. Good. Lifting straight up and lower. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then we'll do 10 on the left. Drive the knee up and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. We'll put the band to the side, and then we'll grab your roller. We're going to lie onto the roller. So if your roller's not long enough, just stack a few pillows at the head, and you just make sure that the base of your spine is on the roller. And then if it just goes to your shoulders, just try to stack a few pillows underneath the head just to support the head. So we'll just start off by grabbing a small weight in each hand just to make it harder. So we'll bring the right leg to tabletop and lower, and then the left leg and lower, and the right leg and the left leg and the right. One more time. Make sure your spine's imprinted, and the left. And then lower down. We'll bring the arms out to the side just to stretch out the pecs. Getting a nice stretch. So bring it back, whichever you feel is tighter. And then back to the center. We'll bring the left arm up in front, and then we'll lift up the right leg. And lower, left leg, right arm. And lower, right leg, left arm. And left leg, right arm. Right leg, left. And if you want to make it harder, right arm as well. And lower, left leg, right arm. If you want to make it harder, left arm as well. And lower, and then we'll bring both arms up in front. If you want to make this harder, bring the left leg into tabletop. We'll bring the right arm out to the side, back in front, and the left arm out to the side, back in front. If you want to make this easier, just keep the leg down. Otherwise, try to keep that left leg up. And then we'll switch. So right leg up, arm out to the side, and the opposite arm out to the side. Switching each side. One more on each side. And lower down. And if you don't have a roller, you can just do these on the mat as well. That's completely fine. And then we'll imprint the spine, bring the legs in the tabletop, straighten the legs up, small flutter kicks with the legs, keeping the spine imprinted. Shoulders are relaxed. If you want to make this easier, bring the hands wider. If you want to make it harder, bring the hands closer into the roller. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Imprint, bring the right leg into tabletop, straighten the right leg up, small circles with the right leg. If you want to make this harder, bring the left leg up into tabletop. Otherwise, to make it easier, keep that leg down. Gradually making bigger circles, bring the leg out to the side. Bend the right leg, straighten up the left. Big circles out to the side. And lower down. Imprint, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up, slide the legs to the right and to the left, alternating each side. Good for 3, 2, and 1, and lower down. Then we'll bring the right leg into the chest, bend the knee, the left knee, imprint the spine, lift the hips up, and lower down. Imprint and lift, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower. Good, 3 more. 2, and 1. Lower the right leg, bring the left leg into tabletop, or a little bit tighter into the chest. Imprint, lifting up, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Good, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then we'll come off the rollers, put them to the side, and then we'll come onto our side just to do a few glute exercises. So we'll come all the way down, lift the top leg up and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower. If you want, you can lift the hips up for this as well, just to make it harder. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Small circles forward, keep the leg up. 3, 2, 1, switch directions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Top leg up, lift the bottom leg to touch, and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top leg up, keep the bottom leg lifted. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straight into big circles, staying in front of the bottom leg. Making sure the hips don't roll forward here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We'll just finish off with a side plank. So try to keep the legs straight if you can. You can bend the bottom knee if you want to make it easier. But we'll do 10 lifts and then we'll hold for 10 seconds. So hips up nice and high for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Switch to the opposite side. We'll start off resting all the way down. Starting up nice and easy. Lift the top leg and lower for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep that top leg up. Small circles forward. If you want to make it harder, lift the bottom leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Top leg up, bottom leg to touch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big circles with the top leg. Staying in front of the bottom leg. Nearly there. 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming up onto the elbow for the last 2. Into a straight line, lifting the hips up and lower for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the hips up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Then we'll come onto our backs just to finish off with a bit of stretching. So right knee into the chest, hold that knee in nice and tight. Bring the right arm out to the side as you twist your body across into a spinal twist. It's okay if you hear a few little cracks like that. It's just the facet joints in your spine releasing gas. Back to the center, hold the right knee in, the left knee in. And then bring the knee across into a spinal twist. Then we'll cross the right ankle over the left knee and stretch out the glutes on the right. Shoulders are relaxed. And then switching over. Pulling that right knee into your chest. And then left knee down. Keep holding onto that right leg. Straighten up the right leg to stretch out the hamstrings. Then chin to the chest, rolling forward, bending and straightening the ankle just to stretch out the sciatic nerve. Bend the right leg, grab behind the left, straightening up that left leg just to stretch the hamstring first. And then chin to the chest, bending and straightening the ankle just to stretch out the sciatic nerve on the left. And then bending the left leg, coming back to the center, and then we'll just bring the right ear to your right shoulder. Grab with the right hand, pull as you push the left arm down towards the mat, just stretching out the upper traps on the left. And then the opposite direction, left ear to the left shoulder, grab with the left hand and push the right arm down. And then coming back to the center, and we'll finish with that.